Hello, here we are on section 2-4. Here's our first problem. Question 42. The first thing we're going to do is multiply by the common denominator, which is 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times the top gives me 9. 12 divided by 3 gives me 4. 4 times the top gives me 8. Bring my sign down. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 2 times the top gives me 2x. So I get 1 is greater than or equal to 2x. Divide by 2 then, because we want our answer with the x by itself. We're more used to seeing the x on the left and the half on the right. So if switch the sign when we switch the sides. And to go to interval notation, we're going to say, if we're going to the less than, we are going to negative infinity, and we will stop at 1/2. Let's try question number 48 next. It says 0.7x minus x is greater than or equal to 0.45. I know the first thing we're going to do on this one is simplify. If there's no number in front of x, it means 1. So I get negative 0.3x is greater than or equal to 0.45. And if I divide both sides by negative 0.3, when you divide by a negative, you have to switch the sign, and I get negative 1.5. Again, if we are less than this number, we're going to negative infinity, and we're going to stop at negative 1.5. Because of the equals, we would make it inclusive. Let's now go to question 51. And that one we have 14 minus 5x minus 6 is greater than or equal to negative 6 times the quantity of x plus 1 minus 5. First thing I got to remember, since there's a minus sign in front of the parentheses, I have to distribute that to both of them, giving me negative 5x and a plus 6. Distributing my negative 6, I get negative 6x minus 6 minus 5. Putting my like terms together, I get negative 5x plus 20 is greater than or equal to negative 6x minus 11. Let's add 6x to both sides. I get x plus 20 is greater than or equal to negative 11 minus the 20 minus the 20. I get x is greater than or equal to negative 31. Since it's greater than, we know that we're heading towards positive infinity, and we're going to start out at an inclusive negative 31. The next problem we're going to jump to is 57. 57, we have x plus 5 over 5 minus 3 plus x over 8 is greater than or equal to negative 3/10. The first thing we have to do when we do this one is to get rid of the denominators. I'm going to multiply the entire thing by 40. 40 divided by 5 is 8 times the top, minus 40 divided by 8 gives me 5 times the top, and 40 divided by 10 gives me 4 times the top. Simplifying here, I'm going to have 8x plus 40 minus 15 minus 5x is greater than or equal to negative 12. Putting like terms together gives me 3x plus 25 is greater than or equal to negative 12. Minus the 25 from both sides, I get 3x is greater than or equal to negative 37. Divide by 3, divide by 3. Because we're dividing by a positive, we don't have to switch the signs. Since we are going to be greater than this, we're going to positive infinity, and we are going to be at negative 37/3 inclusive for the bottom part. Let's now jump to question 63, which says 2/5 x minus 1/4 is less than or equal to 3/10 x minus 4/5. Again, we're going to be multiplying by the common denominator, which in this case I believe is 20. 20 divided by 5 gives me 4 times the top. 20 divided by 4 gives me 5 times the top. 20 divided by 10 gives me 2 times the top. 20 divided by 5 gives me 4 times the top. Simplifying, I get 8x minus 5 is less than or equal to 6x minus 16. Subtracting 6x from both sides, I get 2x minus 5 is less than or equal to negative 16. Adding the 5 to both sides, I get 2x is less than or equal to negative 11. Dividing by 2, dividing by 2. Again, we're dividing by a positive 2, but we're dividing a negative number, so we do not need to switch the sign. So then I'm going to, because it's less than, it's heading to negative infinity, and it will stop being true at negative 11 halves, inclusive. The last one we're going to look at is question 66. They give us 3x plus 1 is less than 3 times the quantity of x minus 2. If we simplify, I get 3x minus 6, subtracting 3x from both sides. We notice that our x's all went away. Oops. And so we have this statement. It's either a true statement. If it's a true statement, it's all real numbers. And if it's a false statement, it's no solution. This one, 1 is less than negative 6, is a false statement, so we would have to say no solution.